As much as I try not to carry work home with me, it's next to impossible.
Katrina Thompson may delegate some investigations to officers who rank below her.
I would not consider this a mass shooting. I think workplace violence is absolutely the right categorization of this.
But whether it's a workplace shooting,
I'm honored and grateful today to say that the transparency has been shown in this tape.
her officers shooting at someone, or someone shooting at her officers,
The phone rings, and I'm talking my work phone. It always makes me, what is this?
ultimately the outcome falls on her shoulders.
Even though, I have grown women and men out protecting the city who have children of their own, I still recognize that they're somebody's child.
The responsibility attached to her badge isn't lost on her, even when she'd like the thought of it to retreat.
I know that I have not done a good job of managing stress.
And she deals with the stress that responsibility generates, some of the ways people have for generations.
I do stress eat. And I joy eat.
For years, she's had to meet all of the same goals every other officer does in her department in order to remain on duty, but a few months ago, she hit a mark she doesn't miss.
I had reached a weight that I had never ever in my life reached in the past.
Did it scare you?
It did. It did.
It's not just her weight. She says she's not getting enough sleep or exercise.
I did not and still do not have a dedicated workout regimen like I once did in my life.
And the pressures, the troubles, the worries exist at this job and this one.
Okay, Chris, here you go.
Christopher, as I've said many times, is 16 years old, big kid, and he has autism.
The chief has two children, Allison and Christopher, who are separated by 18 months.
Having children, period, is a challenge. But it's made especially challenging when you have a child who struggles to verbally communicate.
Christopher was diagnosed with autism when he was 5 years old. The obstacle of understanding what his needs are has been ever present.
The biggest fear that I've always had and continue to have is that Christopher will be hurting and not able to communicate to me what's hurting.
Still, she knows it could be and is worse for others.
Being reminded that for everything you think is going wrong in your life, there are other people who have it far worse.
After hitting her all-time weight, she resorted back to how she dropped pounds in the past.
On my own, just because I have experience in doing this, I have lost 27 pounds since the beginning of the year.
But she's yet to incorporate exercise or fully face her stressors head on.
I believe that a lot of the women and men that work on my team experience the same thing.
That as a mother
All while knowing
This is powerful.
of not just a black male,
This is powerful.
but a black male with autism,
if she's going to lead within her department,
who may not be able to respond to an officer telling him to put his hands up
Talk your truth, Chief.
because he does not understand that, even at 15 years old.
and her community,
I would not stand here in this position
to the best of her ability.
and support in any way, shape, or form anybody in our organization if I believed that they would bring harm to my son or any of you.
She needs to be at her best.
I'm a work in progress, but I do know that that there's help on the horizon.